Hello everyone, welcome to the second tutorial for Copy That Casting. We're going to go on to this video as if you've already registered on our website, which was in our last tutorial, copythatcasting.com. I'll put the link down here for you at the bottom. From Copy That Casting, you can get pretty much all the information you need on how to register along with these videos. And then you should also follow us on Facebook. Our page is Copy That Casting, and I'll include that link at the bottom of the video as well. On our Facebook page, we also include a lot of job postings, tutorial videos, anything you could need. So it's a bit more of an informative place to kind of get up-to-the-date information. So if you've registered, let's say you've applied and gotten your first day of work. So your first day on set, you're going to always bring 2 forms of ID. Even if you've worked the show 500 times, always have 2 forms of ID with you. And this is government issued. So this should be a driver's license, a state issued ID, a social security card, birth certificate. So any combination of those 2, or if you have a U.S. issued passport, that is good enough to bring. So if you have a passport, just keep it on you at all times and you'll be set. Make sure it's up to date and not expired, along with all of your other forms of ID. We can't use anything expired, and we cannot use a laminated social security card. It actually says it on the social security card, do not laminate. So once it's laminated, we cannot use it. We've had people bring it in and get a little upset that we can't use it, but it says right on the social security card, do not laminate. So as long as you have those 2 forms of ID with you on your first day, and they're all up to date, you should be good to go. Once you show up to set, we're going to fill out some paperwork. Usually you're going to get a voucher, and a voucher is like a time card. You'll see on there's a bunch of information for you to fill out for payroll. We are not your payroll company. We are a department within the film community that allows them to hire actors through production. So while we are responsible for getting you to set, we are not your employer. For that reason, production has paperwork for you to fill out on set. And what that does is it allows like a piece of paper for payroll to process in order to give you your payment, and then they'll mail you a check. It usually takes between 2 to 3 weeks to get the check. So what's going to happen when you get to set is you're going to fill out this voucher. It's all basic information. The PA or the AD or whoever is there helping you is going to do a lot of it, but what you're going to fill out is the top portion most usually. It's going to be your name and your address, your phone number, sometimes your email address, and then the AD and the PA will fill out all the time card information for you. But for the reason of the I-9 that's also attached, you do need those 2 forms of ID every single time, even if you've already done it. Always have 2 forms of ID with you. This is your warning. Don't say we didn't tell you. Always have 2 forms of ID on you. And you're going to fill out your I-9 on set, and then you're at work. You're going to do whatever the PAs and the ADs tell you to do. They're going to be there kind of getting people as they need them, bringing them to set, telling them where to go. The 3 most important rules on set are do not talk once you get to set, because the ADs, the directors, everybody's talking to each other. They're telling the actors what to do. So it has to be a very quiet set, not to mention that they have microphones going kind of all the time and they can hear a whisper. Yes, really, because actors sometimes have to whisper. So whenever you're on set, the more quiet you are, the more the ADs are going to like you, and the more they're going to tell us they like you and want you back. So whenever you're on set, be quiet. Second thing is, do everything the ADs tell you to do. Don't argue. Don't say, I'd rather be over here. I feel like this is more my character to do this. You should always just do what they tell you. There's a very certain reason they put you in a certain spot and ask you to do a certain thing. A lot of it is the look that they want, and the director has the final say in that. And the other is continuity. So they want things to look the same for the same time. So while one scene may take 2 hours, 3 hours to finish, they might have only covered 5 minutes in TV land time. And so somebody standing in the back corner wouldn't have moved much. So they're going to kind of keep you there. And then the third thing is make sure you're on time. You would not believe how many times people show up late and are told that they are not needed anymore, and then they can't understand why. When we tell you a certain time to be on set, that's because that's when they're checking you in. If they need 50 people that day and 50 people show up on time and you are number 51 and you're late, they're going to say go home. 1 minute late, 2 seconds late. They have every right to turn you away. Doesn't matter what the problem was. It doesn't matter if there was traffic. It doesn't matter. You were late. So I always say, make sure you get there on time with enough time to park and get to set. The call time that we give you is the call time that you are to be on set with a voucher in your hand. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get there in that time. Other than that, on your first day of work, we're going to confirm with you and send you all of the information so that you have it via email, and also we'll text a lot of the information to those of you who choose that option as well. Right now, mostly everything we do is email, and then we confirm you to make sure everybody got the email, and then you go to Set New Work. We'll send you a link to your map. We'll give you a call time. We'll also give you the show name and what role you're playing. So those 4 pieces of information will be included in the email each time. If you guys have any questions, as always, send them to us on our website, copythatcasting.com, using the Contact Us form, and we will include it in our frequently asked questions section and maybe even turn it into a tutorial. Thanks, guys!